What's going on, everybody? I'm in the truck. I'm excited. I'm excited for today. Today is the day, man. I get to go pick up my Revo from Seth at Berm Peak. My Revo Hubless eBike, that crazy futuristic looking bike, no spokes, totally empty wheels. I just thought that bike was so freaking cool. When I got a chance to buy one, I snapped it up as quick as I could because I just knew that bike was going to be something special and it's going to be like a collector's item one day. So I feel proud to own it, although the bike is horrible. If you don't know what the Revo is, you got to go watch all the previous videos from, you can watch mine, you can watch Seth's from Berm Peak. Where we cover just how awful the bike operates. There's so many problems with it, so many problems. You know, there's no suspension, it's airless tires, you can't turn the bike on or off, there's no display screen, the brakes are terrible, the plastic shell that makes up the bike is falling apart, the motor doesn't work. It's just an endless, crazy list of problems. But the bike is just so freaking cool. It's so unique. There's nothing else out there like it. But in the last video at Berm Peak, they did a whole work order of things they were going to try to fix on the bike to make it better. And if they fixed any of that stuff, it's going to be way better. So today we find out. He's going to, I guess I'm driving over towards Charlotte. We're going to meet halfway. Berm Peak, they live in the same state as me. So we all live in North Carolina. Great that we can meet up like this. And we're going to do the exchange today. And I can't wait to see it. I'm hopeful that he made it a lot better. I don't want to get too excited. I'm really excited. But I don't want to get overly excited because that thing is not going to be easy to fix. The problems with it are just insane. But I think he put a display on it, which is going to be great. I just want the ability to turn the bike off and on. But if he fixed all the other stuff, that would be fantastic. So today we find out. I think I'm one of the only people that has a still functioning Revo, even though the function was borderline breaking down. I think I was one of the only ones that still had a working bike, and it just so happened we live close to each other. So I absolutely wanted to give it to him to see if he could make it better for me. And I hope to keep this bike long term. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a collector's item. There's nothing else like it. I don't know if anybody else is ever gonna build anything like this. You just don't see hubless wheels out there. And I think there's a reason for that, but man, is it cool. Let's go pick this thing up and see what he's done to it. I'm excited to meet Seth in person. I've even got a couple of things that I made special for him, some unique items that I think he'll enjoy because he seems to be a fellow Revo enthusiast like me. So, see how he likes it.
How's it going?
Mr. Seth changing out my brake pads for me on the awesome new Revo, and I got special gifts for you.
No way! Heck yeah! Citizen Cycle. Oh my god, is this like a shop?
I'm more excited for that one, yeah.
Dude, holy crap. Hold on a second. This is freaking sweet. Oh my god! How good is this?
You're official now. You are the only official certified technician, so.
Holy crap! Well, I'm doing my last Revo repair for a long time, I think, right now. Changing out the brake pads. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put it over another custom Revo.
Check out those shirts. Worst bike e-bike ever.
Dude, this is so sick.
Now, I tried to get close to the Berm Peak colors. The green and gold.
This looks very shop. This looks very shop. And I think I am the only, I'm going to have to hang this on the wall in my shop and only take it off the wall every time I work on a Revo. Name sewn into it, embroidered.
Oh yeah, it's official.
Because really, who else is a Revo technician?
You're the only one, man.
To this, I'm going to get millions of emails asking questions about people's Revos.
I don't know about millions, maybe 100 at the most. How many they made?
Well, one thing we know is that everybody who owns a Revo has something wrong with it.
Oh yeah, you can't not have something broken. So there you go. Revo repair, no spokes, no problem, baby.
This is freaking sick. Okay, I'm going to do my first repair. I'm going to put this other brake pad on. For context, the reason I'm changing out the brake pads is because I actually put much better brake pads on it for Brian. These are custom. I had to grind them down in order to fit in between the panel. And they stop the bike on a dime. It stops super fast. It makes the loudest noise you've ever heard in your life. And so I suspect it's because of the composite rims, and they had to put the hardest, cheapest, worst brake pads on it in order to make it quieter. I left them on so that Brian could just experience it, and now I'm going to put the old brake pads back on.
Experience what putting great brakes onto a terrible bike does.
I think the best solution with the Revo is to plan ahead and don't go very fast in the first place.
Yeah, That's a good plan. All right, sir. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate everything you did with this bike.
Thank you for trusting me with your Revo too. This is a rare futuristic e-bike.
It is. I hope to keep this thing for a while. Like, that's one of the reasons I wanted it originally. It's like, that thing is going to be something special. It's going to be a collector's item.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We got the Revo back, baby. Yeah. Still so loud. Yeah, happy Revo owner. I'm the only one. Fine with that. You ready for emergency brakes? Go. Oh, braking is not this bike's strongest feature. Well, I should say braking is its strongest feature, but a different kind of braking, just the plastic braking off of it. All right, we're back home with the repaired Revo bike, and it's been a few days since I picked it up from Seth. Honestly, fantastic guy. Great to meet Seth. I could tell he loved this project because he was just as excited about this bike off camera as he was on camera. So thank you again, Seth, for all the work you did to this horrible bike to make it as good as it can possibly be. Best Revo out there right now. But let me show you the bike again. I know a lot of it was revealed during the Berm Peak video where he showed all the programming stuff he did to it, but there's a few things that he didn't show. And also, I didn't film the reveal from my side because I wanted to be present there, not distracted with cameras and stuff like that, and just give him my full attention so he could show me all the hard work that he did to it. So let me show you what I've found since then. So just looking over this bike, I can tell he put a lot of time and energy into trying to fix the plastics. That's the worst part of the Revo, is this plastic. It's just ABS, cheap plastic everywhere, and it's just separating and coming apart. You can see it's even still separating right here. And he did his best to fix these bolts where, the plastic that they screw into just breaks internally, and then the bolts will literally do nothing. But he fixed a bunch of them to hold the panels on better, and then he fixed a couple of the major, there's like a hole right here and cracks with some reflective tape, and just got looking as good as it can be. This thing's never, ever going to be perfect. The clamshell plastic thing that is the body of this bike is by far the worst part. It's just deteriorating as time goes on. I even got to be careful moving this around in my garage because if you bump it into something, you're breaking the plastic. And there's still all kinds of just little hairline fractures of broken plastic on this thing. So he fixed all that up as best as he could. And then the brakes, you saw in my video clip there where he was fixing the brakes for me, he put on the original brake pads back onto the bike. The better brake pads he put on that worked better actually were louder, because this is like a fiber composite ring right there that they clamp onto, and when you pull the brakes it just makes this horrible like vibrating squealing type noise. So we had to switch back to the old original harder brake pads, which they're still loud actually, but they're not as loud as the better quality ones. So the brakes are functioning. It's just, you just have to, like he said, plan your stops ahead. There's just not a ton of stopping power. And he did also change out the grips for me, took off the really cheap plastic ones, put these round rubber ones on. I may even switch them again. I may put on some like locking grips with a palm rest, because when you're riding this, a lot of pressure, you're leaned way over, so there's a lot of pressure in your hands. I might put like a palm rest one on there. We'll see, I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep evolving with the Revo, right? And then he was able to get rid of the high-pitched whining sound that this bike, as soon as you put the battery in, is making that horrible whining sound. That was actually this Benno logo. The way they were powering it, they were using the wrong voltage thing to do it or something, and it was making that noise. So that's gone now. And he did amp up the power a little bit. It's definitely more powerful. You can feel it going up hills and just accelerating from a stop. It definitely has a little bit more power to it. No more speed, but definitely more power. And there were other things he had on his work order, like the catapulting kickstand, because it's like reversed from how it normally goes up. So instead of coming down like this, it actually tucks up underneath there. So he tightened it up and everything and fixed the lock mechanism, but there's just no way to, undo that. You don't want to remove that design feature. That's something unique about it. And then the runaway mode where the pedals go if you jog with the bike, I mean, that's still there. It's still present. But at least now you can see on the display screen if the pedal assist is on or not. And I could tell he really just tried to address every problem that he could with this bike, but by far the number one thing he did wasn't even a repair really, it's more of an upgrade, and that is this display screen that he just manufactured the whole thing and did all the programming. I can't believe he pulled this off. I just saw the logo flash up. When the bike sleeps, it has this little picture of the bike running away from a guy, and it says, you know, worst bike ever. But you just tap it to turn it back on again. It's all touch screen. Crazy. I can't believe I have a touch screen on this bike. But by far, number one thing that he did, adding this cool looking 3D printed Revo display. And now I can actually see what's happening with the bike. You know, the Revo never came with a display. It was meant to, you were meant to use your phone, download the Revo app and connect your phone to the bike, and that was your display. Your phone was your display, and it just kind of had a little quad lock thing right here. You just clicked your phone on, but the company's gone. Revo's gone. The app is discontinued. So when I got this thing, I never even had a way to see what was happening with the bike. But now at least I can see, you know, my battery percentage and the speed I'm going. And, you know, we've got indicator warnings for the catapulting kickstand. Whenever you put the kickstand up, that turns red. And when the pedal assist is on, that'll turn red for runaway mode. Let me turn the pedal assist on. There you go, I'm in eco mode. I can see what level pedal assist I'm in now. We got eco, and then normal, sport, and turbo as my different levels. So I can change pedal assist levels and see it. I got turn signal indicators on the screen right there at the top. And just tells me everything that's happening. I can turn the Benno badge off and on with this button right here. There we go. You got the light on the front. I can turn the headlights off and on now with the headlight button. So turn those on. We got our headlights in the wheel. So everything, all the lights and everything are functioning. This, I didn't even know this was here, honestly, because it wasn't bright enough for me to even see it when I originally got the bike. But he put an LED behind there, so it's nice and bright now. So I actually have a functioning display now that I can see what is happening with this bike, and I can, you know, give it commands, and I can lock and unlock. So if I hit right here, lock, and lock the bike, there's that screen. And it locks the kickstand now. So the way this bike works is when you put the kickstand down, the back wheel is locked. And now when you lock it, the kickstand is locked down. So it's like double locked. The only way you're walking away with this bike is to pick it up and carry it away. That never worked before. I never had that ability before to lock the kickstand and lock the bike down. So we can do that now. And then world's worst e-bike, 6969, my unlock code. Everybody knows that now, but I can change it. I can change a lot of stuff in this screen. That's one of the other cool features in here that he didn't show, which is in the settings. There is a command prompt right here at the bottom. So if I go in there and start that, I can connect to my phone. I'll try to do it here. So using this command prompt screen, I can tell the bike to do things just from my phone. So if I want to turn the badge off there, I just hit badge off command and send, and it'll send it to the bike, turn the badge off. Same with the headlights. I can turn the lights off, send command. There go my headlights. I can use these shortcut buttons like lock to lock the bike from my phone. Just send the command. I heard the kickstand lock. So it's locked down now. No one's taking it anywhere. I can also unlock it right from my phone. Now she's unlocked. And if I go into the command thing here, back this out, and I type the word story, it will tell me the story, the complete history of how Claude helped Seth program this bike. So pretty cool that history of how this all happened is built right in here. And one other cool thing that I found here is you can change the color scheme of the display to whatever you want. So if you go to background color, if you remember, this bike was set up with a black background and I think it was a lime green color speedometer, but we can change that. If I go to background color and let's just say I want to make it blue, because I think, you know, the Benno logo is blue. Let's make it blue. So I got the code for the hex code for baby blue, which is 89CFF0, I believe. So we send that command. If I scroll down, background color updated. Let's also change the display color, or the speedometer color. I want to make the speed color. Let's do that black, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros, I believe, is code for black. Speed color updated. Let's go take a look. All right, let's pop this on. There you go. Baby blue background with black speedometer now. I think that's going to appear much better in the sun. So pretty cool. You can change all the color schemes on this thing. And there's probably all kinds of features that I haven't even found yet because I have no programming or coding knowledge. I wish I did, because there's probably all these little Easter eggs hiding in this bike that Seth put in there that I may never find. So there's lots of stuff to play with in the display screen, stuff that I probably haven't even found yet. And honestly, the display makes this bike so much better. It feels more like a complete bike now. It just had that missing piece before. Feels more complete. Thank you again, Seth, for putting that on there. Fantastic job. And this bike I mean, it's still got its issues. It still has some major issues. It's topping my list on a lot of things. It's probably the most uncomfortable bike I've been on. It's got the worst brakes. It's by far the loudest. It brakes the easiest. It has major safety issues with the runaway pedal assist, but I mean, I don't care. I don't look at it. The fact that this thing goes down the road with hubless wheels, I just find it fascinating and so cool. So I don't know, I love the Revo. I'm happy to own this one, especially since I got it so cheap. So I'm very happy that it's back so I can ride this bike on occasion, take it into a bike parade, whatever. Just keep it going as long as I possibly can. Let me know if you want to see any more Revo content, but I gotta say, Seth, you are probably the only Revo technician in existence. Enjoy that shirt. And I gotta say, I am probably the happiest Revo owner that exists out there. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you want to go through the wheel? Oh, Revo.